Worldwide Explorers, thanks for joining us again and welcome back to another exciting and informative video on our YouTube channel. If you're joining us for the first time, I want to thank you for watching. For those of you who follow our channel, you notice we focus on informative and educating content within the African continent. Today we are looking at the reason why you should consider investing in Ivory Coast. Some may call this country Cote d'Ivoire. In this episode, I will be able to explain to you the country's overview. I will go down into looking at the demographics and information with regards to Ivory Coast. I would outline to you some broad economic overview and, more importantly, talk about the investment opportunities existing in this amazing African country. I will close down this episode with some very key takeaways for those investors in the region and for those coming abroad to invest within the continent. So without any more delay, let's just dive straight into it. In considering the Ivory Coast, for those of you who don't know, the Ivory Coast is also known as Cote d'Ivoire. It's located in West Africa, bordering the North Atlantic Ocean. It shares borders with Ghana to the east, Liberia and Guinea to the west, and Mali, Burkina Faso to the north. It gains independence from France on the 7th of August 1960. Its legislative capital is Yamoussoukro, while Abidjan is the administrative capital with 12 administrative districts. It is also a multi-party presidential republic with the president sitting at the head of state and prime minister at the head of government. It runs a bicameral national assembly consisting of Senate and National Assembly, and its official language is French. It has a balance also mixed of Muslims and Christians, and it practices a civil law legal system based on French civil code. Ivory Coast plays a key role in transit trade with neighboring landlocked countries, and its economy has grown faster than most African countries since independence. The country's role as a hub for regional market underlines through presence of several regional headquarters of foreign affiliates and institutions based in this country. In considering Ivory Coast with regards to its demographic, Ivory Coast has an estimated population of just over 27 million people, comprising mostly of young population which are less than just 25 years old, which makes up about 58% of its population. This age bracket of 25 to 64 years makes up of an average of just over 28% of the population, and above 65 age group makes up to 2.9% of the population. The average population density is estimated at over 83 inhabitants per square kilometers. In terms of human development indicators, it has a life expectancy of over 63.6 years for women and also 59.2 years for men. It achieves universal primary education with a 100.32 primary enrollment rate as of 2019, an overall literacy level of just over 47.2% based on 2018 figures, moving that to recent years. In considering Ivory Coast with regards to the broader economic overview, Ivory Coast, its economy is mainly dependent on agriculture. It is world's largest producer and exporter of cocoa beans, and a significant producer and exporter of coffee and palm oil as well. It also is one of the 3 bigger producers and exporters of cashew. Agriculture is estimated to contribute about 20% of the country's gross domestic products and employs about 48% of the country's workforce. Ivory Coast is also rich in mineral resources, which are abundant deposits of hydrocarbons, oil and ore, gold, copper, iron, manganese, and bauxite. There has been also increased activities in the oil sector recently and some mining activities as well, particularly in the precious minerals such as gold, diamonds, but also other things like nickel. Real GDP expansion is just over 6.8% and over 6.9% considering 2019 figures, respectively, in different areas, having recorded over 8.1% of compounded annual GDP growth for the past 5 years. Ivory Coast growth prospects remains, so to point out, the growth prospect of Ivory Coast remain positive. As of 2019, Ivory Coast and Ghana, looking at just over 62% of world's cocoa production, signed an agreement to increase the cocoa beans price. Looking at that, Ivory Coast currency is the CFA franc, purged to the euro. Main export includes coffee, cocoa, cotton, palm oil, timber, and also petroleum. Banana also inclusive, pineapples, and etc. lots of other fruits. In considering this, major imports include fuel, foodstuffs, and also capital equipment. Ivory Coast has transformed in a number of ways in the past couple of years. For those of you who are planning to invest and travel to this country for business, here are some of the very important investment opportunities that exist in Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast remains a preferred destination for foreign investors in West African region. It's currently in the last couple of years of its National Plan of Development, which is the PND of looking at 2016 to 2020 based on the country's strategy, which aims to make private investment a driver of the country's economic growth. The plan focuses on diversifying out, improving and processing of raw materials, and developing value chains in primary sectors. Looking at this in a different characters as well, there is also a focus on the infrastructure improvement with initiatives and such as the Abidjan Urban Transport Project and also infrastructure related to the organization of the 2023 African Cup of Nations, expected to present opportunities for private investment. Ivory Coast suffered post-election violence in 2010 to 2011, but its political climate has since normalized. However, the political context ahead of the looking at the different strategies in terms of its growth and heightening those particular investment opportunities could be able to transform Cote d'Ivoire, not just being attractive, but looking at the huge investment and destination. Investment opportunities are available in some sectors which are like real estate, the financial services, energy and infrastructure, transport and also infrastructures in different areas, telecommunication, agricultural business, textile and consumer goods. There are a number of other areas that investors could consider in looking at different areas. In looking at Cote d'Ivoire, since 2012, taking some couple of years back, Cote d'Ivoire's economic performance has been impressive. Political normalization, budget support, policy, debt reduction and reforms to strengthen the business climate has led to an acceleration of economic activities. The World Bank projects an average annual growth rate of approximately 8% over the past couple of years for Cote d'Ivoire. This is higher than the sub-Saharan African's world average as well, looking at just over 3.2% over the same period. In considering other business opportunities, Cote d'Ivoire's business environment has matured substantially over the recent years based on stable political environment, enabled by an improving business landscape and more efficient investment policies based on 2015 figures moving ahead to recent years, and this makes Cote d'Ivoire to become even more attractive to create several opportunities and increase its growth and expansion in business sectors. In looking at other opportunities as well, Cote d'Ivoire offers relatively well-developed road infrastructure, the second largest port in West Africa, and a modern airport as well as airlines that serves all the major capital cities in the region. This is a report also focused on different areas in terms of priority sectors, real estate, financial services as we've pointed out, infrastructure, energy, and telecommunication and agricultural business and consumer goods offers lots of opportunities in this country. In looking at this, there are, however, some other challenges with regards to Ivory Coast. Despite Cote d'Ivoire's promising outlook, the country will need to address a number of challenges in order to uphold its high growth and achieve a more sustainable growth outlook looking at recent years. We all know that the 2020 pandemic of the COVID-19 has actually affected a number of countries in the region, and Cote d'Ivoire is not different with regards to this. However, this country offers incredible opportunities for growth and development for investors coming to do business in this amazing African country. For those of you who've done business in Ivory Coast, we would like to hear from you. If you've been to Ivory Coast for business or for other investment opportunities, we would like to know what challenges that you faced in doing business in this country. Have you done business in Ivory Coast? Are you from Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire originally? We would like to know why investors should come into your country. Let us know what are the areas that we haven't explored in this video which will offer incredible opportunities for foreign investors or regional investors coming to your country. We want to thank you for watching The Explorer. Hopefully we've informed you with regards to investment opportunities in Ivory Coast. For those of you who've been there, we would like to know other things that people should consider. We want to thank you. We encourage you to check some of our other investment videos and also doing business in Africa and watch some other informative content with regards to the African continent. We want to thank you for watching. We are looking forward to meeting you in our next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.